Hello, hello, and how are you? I hope wonderful. Well, before we get started, I have some things I would like to talk about. So, I have some footage, some videos and pictures that I would like to share with the world, with you. Everyone may not see it, and that's fine with me. For those who were meant to see this, you were meant to see this. However, before I disclose of these precious videos and pictures that I have, I want to go over a couple of things because I feel like it's very, very important. Okay, so some of the things I want to talk about, Spirit is saying is necessary. Okay, honestly, if you go in this blind and have absolutely no insight or platform to stand on, any sort of foundation, your brain, your mind, your conditional mind, should I say, because it's conditioned, will begin to try to fill in the blanks. You're going to see something that you've never seen before, and you're going to try to make sense out of it, but you cannot. Okay, some of you that will watch this will have that moment, like wow, maybe even a little bit of envy that they do come to me. But you will understand and you will know and you will not be afraid. But for those who do not know any of this, could actually develop some fear and be pretty upset, So, and I don't want to release this out there and cause someone's mental distress, because we're already, as a collective, the world here, we are already failing terribly. The vibrations is so low. It's like people like me, empathic people, but I've actually gotten really good. Listen, since the last video I made, I have gotten better at protecting. Like, I've created a whole shell around myself and my offspring, my children. So when we step out of this house, even when we're in this house, nothing can penetrate this light that I have manifested around us. So no draining me of my good energy. You're not going to do it. So, and I'm reversing all curses and bad energy, because there's a lot of evil eyes out here. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of jealousy. There's a lot of envy. And just because people are stuck in their turmoil, their despair, and then they see someone that's actually healed and they're actually really not just being their authentic self, but they're like, shining. I mean, they're living out their soul purpose. They're just here and now. And it's jealousy, and it's sad instead of being inspired. I don't want to share and show myself to the world and my knowledge and wisdom that comes from within, because there's no book out here that will teach you what I'm getting ready to tell you. You learn this once you go within and you connect to your higher self and the creators, the universe. It's a immediate knowing, like it's a automatic knowing, like you just know. There is no book. I could write one, but everybody will have their own truths. You understand? So let's get into it. I don't want to, but hear me. Everything I speak is pure wisdom. So it's not I'm wasting time or I'm going on and on. You're going to learn constantly every time I speak, and I'm not saying this from an arrogant point of view. I'm very humble. I lay my pride and ego down daily, sometimes twice a day. I do not operate out of pride and ego. It's not part of me. I am humble, understand? But I come from a place of pure wisdom that you will not get from any book, any school. They don't teach us this, y'all. We've been taught, we've been conditioned to not know anything about what I'm saying. We've been conditioned to like, here on this planet, they acknowledge the physical. I'm not even gonna say they don't acknowledge the spiritual part of ourselves, because we are spiritual beings in bodies. This is our earthly suit. This is all it is. It's just like when we travel to the moon or to Mars, we have a suit on, right? But inside that suit is the actual person. Well, we are energy. We are pure energy, but this is our suit, which they have named as spirit, okay? So they do acknowledge the spirit because they created a religion, okay? So, but religion only gets you so far because it is created by man. So it may have been inspired by the beginning of time, but man came and added his 2 cents and his, another thing I'm going to do a video on, perception. Okay, so we all have our own perception. All of us have our own perception. So we could all experience the same thing, and everybody is going to see it another way. We may be able to agree that, hey, that was definitely a plane that went by, but there's going to be some that's going to see the front of the plane. There's going to be some that's going to see the back of the plane. There's going to be some that's going to see the sides of the plane, but you got a different view of it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to argue with people that when it all comes down to, we're not doing facts here. We're doing based on opinions and your perception and how you viewed the situation. But what I'm telling you is religion is not based on my opinion. It's a fact that was man created. Period. You can't argue it. It was created by man, inspired by a man. Someone from the very beginning started this religion, okay? Believing that there was something greater than us, okay? And to live holier than thou. Well, we don't know what the original teachings were, but we do know that it was inspired from one teaching that manifested itself, that reshaped itself, that was translated in different ways, and the Western and Middle Eastern, everybody has their own, take on it. And like we got the Catholics, we got the Christians, we got Muslim, we got a lot of different religions. But at the end of the day, real quick, and I'm going to get moving because I'm already 8 minutes into this video. I could talk, honey. But at the end of the day, it is a man that wrote that book. It is a man that translated that book. Or it wasn't a book, it was pieces. Some of it was poetry, some of it was visions that a person had or saw. This is what I'm going to challenge y'all on, and I'm not here to change your religion. I'm not here to I'm actually here to wake you up, but because this video gonna wake you up what you getting ready to see, and it's gonna make you question everything you once knew. But I'm getting ready to help you bring it back in. Okay, I'm gonna give you that lifeline real quick, but you got to follow me. Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm not knocking no religion. All I'm saying is this: their perception. So say the man, I don't know, Moses, Job, whoever, I'm just grabbing some names out the Bible. They had a vision. They had a dream. So no one came from up above and was like, so this is what your dream or your vision meant. This is what it meant, and this is how I need you to take it. Nope, he didn't have that. He had the vision or the dream, and through his perception and his inner wisdom, he perceived it for what he thought it meant, okay? And then he wrote it down. What they saw back then, how they perceived it, the people in the beginning, I believe the angels are the aliens. You can't tell me nothing different. They describe them. We have artifacts dating the furthest back in time that we can go with UFOs in the sky. And the people down here with their hands up like this, you know, up. Native American, I mean, all around the world. Fallen angel. That means it fell from up above, because they say heaven is up there. How do you know? Why can't heaven be here, just in another dimension? Or why can't heaven be in another planet? They said, no, it's up above in the sky. What's up in the sky? Outer space. Something came, the angels fell down. Ooh, I'm about to, follow me real quick. So they talk about in the Bible, the fallen angels and the angels. And that there was this big war up there. Okay? And the fallen angels came to earth. And they, you know, fornicated with man and woman or whatever and formed giants. This is what Enoch was talking about, which I didn't even read that whole book, but I heard about it. And I think it's Revelation that going to kind of describe angels. It is not what, and that's here come man again. In the 1800s, 1900s, paintings, trying to paint an angel, put an image in our mind. These angels are white, pale skin. Ooh, I'm about to drop bombs on y'all real quick, though. They're white, blonde hair, tall. Woo! Ooh, I'm about to drop a bomb on you. White, blonde hair, tall. I just described a Nordic alien. They call it tall whites. Come on, man. Y'all better come on. Come on in. Come, go get your coffee. Put me on pause. Go get a cup of coffee. Roll up your blunt. Do what you got to do. I need you to come sit, and I need you to listen to me. Because somebody got to tell y'all. All right? We're not alone, man. And they're here. They're coming, and they're here, and there's different types. And that's what I'm getting ready to get to, and I'm going to get in that. Because when it hits it, when it hit, it's getting ready to hit, y'all. Some of y'all in trouble. Some of y'all going to be in trouble. Y'all not going to have the beautiful light beings. Y'all not going to have the guardians of the light around you. You're going to have them lower level entities. Them fallen angels they talk about in the Bible. Okay? So when I talk about the Bible and religion, I'm not saying... It's not that I'm saying the Bible is a lie or... it's the whole religion to me. I do believe bits and pieces of that Bible. It is not a necessarily fact, but it may have happened. So-and-so may have had this vision. So-and-so may have had an encounter with an alien, an angel. I believe that, because some of that stuff I was like, ooh, they're describing certain things. The Pleiadians, they're in the Bible. They're even where they live at is in the Bible. They talk about it. The tall whites, okay? It's just how they kind of like took the Jesus thing and ran with it and was like, you can't go no further unless you go through him. To me, that was like, that's like saying, okay, I'm about to put a roadblock in front of God. Because this is man back then. Ego served a lot back then. Man full of ego. Man wanted to connect to God, and then the people worship him and go through him to go to God. That was just the way it was back then. And it angers me that no one can see that. Well, I ain't gonna say no one, because I know it's a lot of people that are woke and they're figuring it out and their lives are changing. You know what I'm saying? We attract wealth. We attract blessings. We manifest wisdom. We manifest health. Like, it's not like how they doing it up in them churches. This is totally different, y'all. And then, like I said, the religion that they've been preaching and teaching, they finna reveal themselves. What then? And it's going to upset a lot of people. It's going to flip your world upside down. Because it's going to make you question everything. Well, first, foremost, you're going to think they're demons. Except for the light beings. I think y'all still going to be scared of those too. Because it ain't like us. They're different. Okay? But there's some things out there, honey. I'm trying to tell you, there's some stuff out there. I have had visitations. I don't know if I've been abducted. I don't know. Look, I don't know. But they've been in my room many a times. And I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this where you're sleeping and you wake up, something wakes you up and you can't move. So I'm sure there's a few people out there that can relate to that, but mine's get a little deeper than that. So I wake up and I can't move, but there's a hand. There'll be hands or a hand, because I've had a one where it was just one hand, but most time I feel a couple hands on me in different positions holding me down, and I will hear chanting in the back. There was one time where they lifted my head up, you know, because I'm thinking somebody broke in my house. Every time it happens to me, I promise you, my first thought is someone broke in my house, until I see what I see. They lift my head up this one instant. Me and my son is in the room. My oldest is at his dad's staying for the weekend, his grandmother's house. So it's me and my youngest, and he's on the floor in his little bed made pallet thing, and I'm in my bed. We fall asleep early. The door's closed and locked. I always keep my bedroom door closed and locked. And I'm awakened, like I'm laying on my side, but something's like allowing from the waist down to continue to lay on my side, but they're pushing my upper body back. And I have fibromyalgia and stuff. You know, this is just from being empathic, very sensitive body. So when you put pressure on me, it hurts, you know. I have very sensitive nerves in my body. So they were pressing and it began to hurt. And I was just like, oh my God. But then I'm thinking, why are they pressing the areas they're pressing at? This is like weird. So then I felt another hand touch me. And these were big hands, big and long fingers, okay? But it's dark. I couldn't see anything. So finally, when they rolled me over, someone released, they had a hand pushing on my hip. Someone released at the hip and it allowed the rest of, I think they was trying to like crack my back or something, like, because I'll be having spine issues. They will help you. Please don't think they won't. I promise you, they will help. I'm telling you, I wish they would come and do it today, because woo-wee, I needed to be twisted and popped and locked and all that crack, you know. But oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that stretched my spine out real good, the position they had me in. But they released me and I rolled back over my back. And I can't move. When I say I couldn't move, I couldn't lift an arm, I couldn't lift a leg if I wanted to. They were doing it. And when they let go my hip, there was a hand on it. When it let go, the rest of my body, because this is already laying back, the rest of my body just flips over. So, and then boom, they go back. You know, I feel like, I don't know if it was two people or not, but I know it was two hands go right in here. And they go, and so it was weird, because when they lift my head up, my chin, you know, that's uncomfortable, was like that. They lifted all the way up. I guess they said they're going to make sure I get to see what's going on. They wanted me to see. But see, I've been seeing since I was 7. That was my first, any type of, I don't know what to call it, sighting, hearing. I'm clairvoyant. I'm all of it. Like, I'll be Googling like, oh, Lord, I'm all of them. You know, I could touch things. I can get, like, movie pictures in my mind of just, it's crazy, man. I think I've been here a few times too, because I have deja vu real bad. But I hear, I see, I smell, I feel, I use all my senses. And so yeah. Anyways, I've been seeing, feeling, hearing since 7. But they wanted me to see. And so when they lift my head all the way up to where it's touching my chin, that's when I saw. And I'll never forget what I saw that night. That scared me bad. They were in rows. You know, you got a square room. The room's like shaped square. You know how like at school they line us up for to use the bathroom or recess or whatever. We would form a line. So they were formed in a line in rows. So I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say 4 rows. It was 4 rows. Not this room. It was at another place. But my room was really big there too. It was a nice, big, spacious room. And in each row, I can't tell you, like, it was dark, but it was like a glowy red. I will never forget that. Because I remember thinking, where is the red light coming from? I don't have a red light. Where is this? You know, and it wasn't like how you plug in a, you know, if you got a ceiling fan or whatever, a chandelier or a lamp. It wasn't that either. This was like coming from the center of the room. Whatever was red. And it was just, you know, I can't say the word, I can't think of it, but just kind of like shining out. But it wasn't bright. It was very dim, but it was glowy and it was red, and it was enough for me to be able to see everything that was standing there. I say it was like they were big and bulky. This was not the tall whites, the Nordics. Nope, it wasn't the grays either. This was a different type of species. They had to be about 7 feet tall, maybe 8. And they remind me of, let me see if I say this right, a gargoyle from the Smurfs. I don't know if y'all remember that cartoon, the gargoyles that, you know, be on what's his name, castle. But anywho, that's what and I didn't see their face, but you could tell they had on cloaks, capes, or whatever you want to call them, hoodies with the rope that tied. And they were very bulky, very wide, broad shoulders. But I could see, like, it looked like lumps. You know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't smooth like how we are made. No, this was different. Like this was not. These were creatures of some sort, and they were chanting. So they were saying something, and I could not repeat it. I don't know what it was, and it was chanting. Okay, it's like Namyo Hodre Gekyo, Namyo Hodre Gekyo, but that's not what they were saying. That's not what they were saying. They were saying something else. I can't repeat it. I don't know what it was. I just know and it was very deep, the voice. And so I saw all of that. Now in my mind, now I'm not awoke yet. When I say I'm not awoke, I'm not spiritually woke. I'm still sleeping. I'm still asleep. So I'm trying to call on Jesus. I could not get that name out. I couldn't get it out of my mouth. I couldn't get it out of my mind. So you know how you're scared to death. You can't move your lips to talk, but you can say it and you can scream it in your mind. They froze my conscious, my mind, my body, my spirit. They froze it all. And I just laid there in stillness, in shock. And I mean, terrified. They couldn't freeze that. I felt what I felt. And at some point, you know, I was able to think of a thought. Look, I thought it's something else. My son. I remember thinking, oh my God, they're standing on him. They're standing on top of him and they're big enough to crush him, you know. Jaden was down there on the floor and they were in rows. You see what I'm saying? That was my last thought. And I remember thinking that, like, oh my God. And then pain. I felt this pain, like all up in here. And I remember, I might have even said it out loud, like a moan. I just remember like, oh, it hurted so bad. Like that was, so I just remember feeling this real big pain. And then boom, I guess I don't, you know, we got pressure points and you can make a person pass out. So I believe that's what happened. I passed out. When I came to, it was still nighttime. It was not the morning. That's how I know this. Listen, y'all, this wasn't no dream. This wasn't no dream. I've seen too many things in my life. I've experienced too much I know better. That was some sort of visitation. And because when I have dreams, like, I mean, I've woken up early in the morning, you know, like it's still a little dark out, but no, this was like 3 a.m. I woke up. So I must have passed out and then I woke up. And when I woke up, you know, my eyes popped open. I just remember seeing light in my room coming from the hallway. Now remember, this is a ritual. Even now, I can show you the door. It's closed and it's locked. I see things. I don't hallucinate. I'm not crazy. You know, I used to think I was when I was younger because my mama didn't know how to deal with this, and that was when she would get mad at me, that's the first thing she'd say. You know, with your crazy ass. Excuse my language, but yeah, I realized I wasn't crazy when I was 18, when I started visiting some of my friends' houses, like they would just have moved to or whatever, and I would stay over, and a spirit would come to me, and then I wouldn't come back no more, and they'd be like, "Man, what's wrong? Why?" And then I would tell them, and then they would be like, they would go back and find out, or some of them already knew, and it was like, "Wow, how'd you know that? I never told you," or they didn't know, and they went and investigated, and they came back, and they was like, "Bitch, like you really saw that shit?" Yeah. If someone died in the house, yeah, some of them be staying behind. Yeah, they don't always leave. And their energy is there. And yeah, it will come to me because of my light. It's like a moth to a light. It's darkness in the spiritual realm. It is. I feel like it's gray. And they're attracted to light. They're attracted to light. And they come to the light. So when we raise our vibration, we light our light. When you raise your vibration and you raise yourself out of despair, sadness, unforgiveness, anger, confusion, because a lot of people are lost and they don't know who they are. They don't know what their purpose is. There's people that are atheists, like they're torn because they realize that the religion stuff is kind of make believe. Some of that stuff is just not, it's just crazy. It's far-fetched. And so that really spins them out of control, and they just like give up on all of it. But they throw it all away. Like, no, we still got a soul, bruh. We still got a spirit. Like, you can't. I understand you're not feeling the religion. That's like an occult thing. I get it. But you still need to go to the source. Your spirit still need to connect to the creator. You don't throw that away. Mother Nature, whatever it's still there. We didn't get here by mistake. Like, our bodies were formed from this earth, but we are forever. We're energy. We're part of the universe. You get? It's way bigger than this church thing, man. This is way bigger than that Christian stuff they preaching. That's way bigger. And then they got a song, Jesus is bigger than the universe. Okay, I guess. Jesus came from the universe. What you talking about? But back to what I was saying. I woke up, the light was shining, and I immediately jumped up. I ran. I did go out into the hallway real quick. I don't know. I was just looking around. I came back in my room. I turned the light on. I closed the door and locked it. That's not a dream. I don't move like that when I wake up from a dream. And I've had many a dreams. I dreamt of my mother and my sister's death for years. And it did happen. I dream of everybody's death before it happened. But with my mom, my sister, that came like for 3 years, 4 years. I dreamt it over and over and over again. I don't jump up and run around and, like, that was a real visitation, y'all. That was a different type of species too. And I have no idea. And I'm going to tell you this, my son is mixed. He's biracial and he's half Asian. He's half Korean. And I'm going to tell you about attachments, energies, entities, all that stuff. Generational curses, that stuff is real, yo. It's real. And a lot of the Christians, demon. It's not, man, shut up. It's not demons. These are entities. These are energy forms, and there's some that are solid. Those are aliens. They solid. You get me? They ride around in a UFO, okay? And then you got the ones that they're energy entities, and they can shapeshift and manifest, and they come through portals, and they come through vortexes, wormholes, you name it, they do it. This is not, I know it sounds like, man, she going crazy with it. Like, y'all better wake up. This is real. I've been seeing it my whole life. When this shit is, portals are real. They're real. Some people might be able to relate, like, after their mom or grandmother died, maybe they had an incident like where they thought they saw an aberration of her, or they smelled her, or some kind of close encounter with a loved one. That was them. It was their energy. Call it a spirit. Man named it spirit. It's energy. They it's their pure form, and they can manifest themselves, and they can do it in different ways. They can come as an orb, they can come as a full body aberration, they can come as smoke. I've seen it all, I'm telling you. Ooh, that scared the hell out of me. I mean, calm down. This stuff I've been watching though on my security camera. There is two different things that are around my house. So what's in, I'm all over the place, but I want to give y'all a quick teaching, okay, before y'all get to see these videos, because I'm telling you, you need to know. There's two forces that are out here. What's in my yard is of the light, but what's outside my yard, it ain't nothing good. Put it like that. It's dark. It ain't nothing good. My neighbor, I'm not going to say his name, but he's a really nice guy. Sweet soul, sweet spirit, tender heart. I smoke cigarettes, y'all, so, and it's been a half an hour and I'm nicking. I tried to hang in there, but I need to puff a cigarette, so. He's a sweetheart, and I felt his energy. He welcomed me here when I moved here. And he even came and cut my grass and everything a few times. Like my lawnmower, I was having issues with the lawnmower. And then I had a flare up, you know. I was just, when I first moved here, my health had took a dip. See, I've been spiritual my whole life, but I was doing the religion thing. And so I got really, really sick. And an alien came. I don't like to call it alien. It is an alien, though. That was an alien. I want to call it the Guardians, okay? I do believe it was the Guardians, because every time I get close to death, when I get very ill, light beings come. And there's some form of, they're from the light. They're from the holiness, the unconditional love, like the light, man. I can't, like higher vibrational stuff. You get it? And they all look different. There's different species. It's not just one type. There's different ones. But and when I trace it back over the years and I write down all my encounters, because at first I always thought they were spirits, you know, of something, different creatures, because they talk about it in the Bible. This, we're conditioned to. So when we see something, we go, but we process it by what we've been taught. That's why I'm giving y'all a lesson real quick. You feel what I'm saying now, right? Immediately, it's either an angel or a demon. My mind wasn't open to nothing else. Oh, or a loved one. Now, I remember telling my mom, when I was brought up in church, I started seeing spirits at 7. And the pastor in every church we went to preached that when you leave this earth, when you die, you know nothing of it. So if someone's coming back and they look like your mom or your aunt or your brother or your cousin, that's a demon. Imagine how I felt as a kid. Oh man, I was in there rebuking like them, because they're drawn to me. And then my mom had a nerve to move into a house in 1989. I was 9 years old. The lady that lived there before us practiced witchcraft. You do the math. It was, and left the portal wide open. I know she did. You know, she manifested some entities in that house, and they were dark, man. But there were some good ones too. My guardians have been with me for a long time. They've been with me since before I was born in this earth. They follow me. They're my guardians. You get it? So I had help, but I didn't know, you know, how to use it back then. But I seen a lot of things, you guys. Like you know, I believe they were demons because they looked at demonic. But when I would see people or orbs, I would get confused. And I even seen little kids, like babies, not in my house, but, you know, if I stayed over somewhere or did something. And so I would go back and tell my mom, like, I don't understand. And she would tell me, well, you know, the church preaches this, but it might have been a baby, you know, a baby spirit poo. That's my nickname. But, you know, so that really sent a mixed message to me, because I'm like, Mom, ain't we supposed to believe what the church is preaching, what the Bible say? You can't do that. You can't say it might be. Now you're putting a spirit of confusion inside of me. So I was torn growing up really bad. And my grandmother came to me, and you know, I remember pushing her away because I was like, nah, she was a Christian all day, like one of them strong Christians. And I'm like, she wouldn't do this, you know. She wouldn't do this. So a year and a half ago, I just, you know, actually it goes back almost 5 years, 2017. The love of my life. My twin flame, not my soulmate, because I think he's with his soulmate today. My twin flame. So you don't want to marry your soulmate. Your soulmate is not for you to marry. Your soulmate is to come and teach you life lessons. They help you mature. They help you grow up and get you ready for your twin flame, which is moi. It's like, nah. That was my twin flame. I know it was, you know. We had a deep connection, a soul connection that I ain't never felt with nobody else, but we were immature and we weren't ready, you see. So I'm glad that he married his soulmate, you know, because I would not be where I'm at today. But when he left and the way he went about it, he literally left my house and went and proposed to her. We had been together for 7 years. So, yeah, the relationship wasn't the best because I was giving him that tough love. He was out here messing up. And you're only going to run over on me so many times. So I had to start getting tough with him. I loved him. I wasn't seeing nobody. I was saving myself for him. But because I put up that toughness, he took it as in I was losing, you know, interest in him. But that wasn't the case. So maybe he took it as I pushed him away, but I didn't. But anyways, when he left, it crushed my soul. Forget my heart. It crushed my soul. Because this is my twin flame, y'all. Okay? And I could say it today. I don't care what he think or what she think. I'm going to say what I got to say. I don't care. That was a twin flame. I don't know if I'll get another twin flame or what the situation is. I'm over him now. Don't think I'm not, you know. But it crushed my soul. And it really tore me down. And I couldn't handle the pain. And I hadn't healed from the trauma that I had went through in my earlier years, you see. So I go to church, I cry, I do hallelujah, everything they teaching me. But the healing that they preach on and they talk about, it to me it's not real. It's not. It's a figment of your imagination. So it really don't got nothing to do with your spirit. You're calling on an entity first and foremost that doesn't exist. And I'm going to put that there. And you can take it or you can leave it. You don't got to take that. But nothing ever happened. And the people that say it do, they have psyched themselves out to believe it has. Okay? I searched high and low. I never got the deliverance that they preached on. I never, you know, I turned to God. It didn't help, you know. And so I spiraled out of control. I went down a road, a path that led to death. It led to self-destruction and death. And I got very physically sick, and I was right at the end. Like, I was waiting. I mean, I could just die at any moment. Like, I was just done. I was there. You know what I mean? I was there. And I was surrounded by nasty, nasty, nasty spirited people. Lower level entities. They was just sucking me dry. Now, I am gifted, and I have my light regardless of what I go through. I had a given heart, and they just, all of them had they clawed, they strawed me, just sucking all that energy up out of me. I was gone. I was dead spiritually, completely, waiting to die. But I had a little bit left inside of me because of my boys. And I kept seeing their faces. And I said, I'm going to try. I mean, I was at the bottom. And I said, maybe if I move, if I change my environment and shake off these peasants, you know, that was sucking on me, I might be able to revive myself again. The night we're moving, we moved for like 3 days. The last night there, I had a close encounter. Me and my youngest son, we're pulling in the driveway. I got a video talk about all about this experience I'm sharing. But, you know, yeah. So I pulled in the driveway, backed in or whatever. We got like 2 more loads, you know, 2 more trips to do. So I'm in the kitchen trying to make sure I clean everything. I always do that, the oven, refrigerator. And so the boys, I'm like, all right, go ahead, load up the truck. And we should only have 1 more trip. And it is, there go that camera going off. They're here. But anyways, I'm going to get to them videos. So I'm like, you know, we got 1 more trip after this. So it's dark. And we're doing this late at night. I don't want people in my business. So it's like almost midnight. And all I know is I'm in the kitchen. And I hear them go out. And then they're big boys. I hear it sound like the damn house was coming down. They didn't ran back in the house, but I don't think nothing of it. They didn't say nothing to me. It sounded like they were horse playing. So I didn't think nothing of it. No one said nothing to me. So my words was, hey, chill out. You know, I understand the house is empty, but you're not about to tear up the house before we get out of here. They still didn't say nothing to me. So we go. It's time to go. And, yeah, so anyway, so we head out. I lock up the door. And the way I'm parked, I'm like right off of my driveway, which goes back up on the side of my house towards the backyard. And I have a long backyard and it's pitch black back there. But the side driveway has, I have like a floodlight right there on the side that illuminates a little bit, like to where I could see that there was a table upside down in the backyard, but not enough to cover my backyard. Okay, so you still pitch black, but just a couple feet you'll be able to see. So I see the table and I'm like, darn it, I thought I got everything back there. I don't want to leave any trash for my landlord, who is my landlord here today. He's an awesome dude. Shout out in case you're watching this. He's a great guy. So is his wife. But anyway, so I go back there, and he knows the story. He's probably cracking up if he is going to watch this. But true story. So I go back there to grab the table. The boys are already in the car because I was actually about to get in the car. And then that's when I seen it. I was like, darn it. Because my oldest son was like, Mom, I was getting ready to tell you, don't go back there. But you had closed the door and the windows were up and you were gone. Like you had already turned that corner. So I go back there and I take a couple steps off of the pavement, the driveway, enter into the backyard. I'm probably about 7 feet away from this table, and I did not cut the grass. One, I was sick as a dog, and I'm moving, and I had no help. Well, I had help moving here, like moving the furniture, but packing all that, I had to do all that by myself. It was overwhelming. So I couldn't get the grass cut or get the leaves up. So we had a nice that grass, it wasn't like high, stupid high, but it needed to be cut. Like I hadn't cut the grass in 3 weeks, okay? So I hear movement and it's like wait a minute, it's like something was walking, but not like a human where their legs spread out far. So I'm thinking it's like a raccoon or something. But remember, now y'all know this, and if you don't know, you're learning now. When a raccoon, possum, I don't care, a cat, when a human comes in, I don't care if it's dark or not, and they come in, they just freeze. They don't move anymore. They do not move. They'll stop. Even if they let up and start walking afterwards, they freeze to see what you are, watch you, see if you're going to attack them, whatever. This thing didn't stop. But I still don't think nothing of it, so I continue to head towards the table. I'm probably about about 2-3 more steps away from it. I gotta take like 2-3 more steps and boom, I get the table. All of a sudden, and I hear the sound. It's like it was moving along like this or something, or over here somewhere. But all of a sudden, in my direction, I hear it started running. And it sounded like the feet weren't lifting up off the ground, like it was sliding its feet across the ground through the leaves and that high grass. And oh my God, I about broke my neck trying to run up out of there. I left that table right where it was at. I turned that corner and the gutter, I tripped. I almost got broke, like I said. And I thank God I didn't fall, because I feel like it would have got me. That was not a light being. That was not a guardian. That was not a light worker. That was not nothing good. They're not going to chase you. I tell you that right now. Okay? So we got some stuff here. That's not good. And y'all need to be aware of this. And I'm not playing with you. A lot of people are disappearing. They're disappearing right now. Kids are disappearing. I believe they got something to do with it. We get in the car. I get in the car. We leave. And I'm telling the kids what just happened. They're like, yeah, Mom, that's why we ran the house. Something came on the side of the house. And they described the same sound. Like it kept his feet down. Like it wasn't lifting his feet up. A dog lifts his feet. Raccoon. Come on, man. We can go through all the animals. No animal here, creature does that. It takes us like an hour to unload. I forgot all about it. So I'm going back. Plus, I didn't put in my mind it's probably a hobo. I'm moving out. That's an area where it's a bunch of hobos around there. So I'm like, well, I'll back the car up to the door. That way, we just in and out. There's no, walking nowhere. So when I come in, I gotta, here's the house. Here's the driveway. Here's the house. Neighbor's house right there. So I pull in and I turn into the yard like this. And I'm sideways because I'm going to back in. Here's the trunk to the door like that. So when I pull in like this, I'm facing my neighbor's SUV in her driveway, and my headlights is hitting her SUV, and it's dark. There's very dark in this area. It's like 12:30 now. My headlight, so SUV sit up high off the ground, right? Versus a car. You can see, really good under an SUV. So I'm looking dead straight ahead, and I see two legs. And they're skinny. They're, these are little legs. These are legs. I did not say deer. It's not a deer. Listen, these were little legs, and they were gray. So I looked, and I'm like, what the hell? And I looked that way to see if I see back legs, Animals stand on all four. I don't see none. I looked that way. I don't see. I already knew it wasn't none, but I wanted to look anyways. When I don't see more legs, I look above to look at the window to see if I could see the body, the stomach, the head. These were little legs, though. I could tell whatever was little. I don't see nothing. I don't even see the top of a head. So this is short. This got to be about 2 to 3 feet tall. I'm standing now. I feel like I'm froze now. Because I remember feeling like it was 10 minutes. And my oldest was like, Mom, it literally was like 1 minute. It felt like forever. Like I was just stuck watching it. And then, boom, one leg lifts up. And it didn't go like this. It just went straight up. And I saw the bottom, and it looked at round a little. And I saw a metal, like a piece of metal, like maybe it had a shoe on or something. All I could see was that metal that went through it. It was like the light, my headlight, the reflector light bounced off of it or whatever. One leg goes up. About 2 seconds later, the other leg goes up. And I remember panicking because I'm like, oh shit, this thing about to climb the SUV and come over here. So I'm watching, I'm looking at the top of the SUV. I'm waiting. And I probably waited about a minute. I don't know. When I don't see nothing, I then turn to my son, who was looking straight ahead with his mouth open. And I'm like, did you just see that? And he's like, yes. Get me out of here, and he just starts acting all hysterical. And I'm like, So I'm delayed. Like, it was like something paused my emotion. I can't explain it, y'all. This thing did some type of mental shit to me. I promise you on everything I love, because it took, even after my son started acting crazy and yelling, I still didn't react fast enough. I'm telling you, I should have reacted a lot quicker than what I did. It was delayed. It was a pause. Because all of a sudden, when my emotions and everything came, it was like it rushed in, and my adrenaline just went from here to here. Because I threw that baby in reverse, and I hit that damn gas pedal, and I'm up in the neighbor. He got a hill. Like, I could have torn my car up, man. I was like, oh my God. I came up off the sidewalk trying to get up out of there. Like, it was a delayed reaction, and I believe it had everything to do with that entity that I saw. So we peeled up out of there. I'm like halfway. We don't live too far from where I moved from, but I'm probably about 3 minutes away. And curiosity killed the cat. But I was like, I'm going back. There had to be something beside, because she's one of those neighbors have all kind of yard decorations and stuff. I'm like, it had to be something over there. What did it stand on? Because now I gotta rationalize this. I need to figure out what the hell I just saw. So I go back and I come up, because it's nighttime, no one's on the street. So I come up on the sidewalk just a little bit to point my headlights at her SUV, because I wanted to see what was beside her SUV that it stood up on, and it was nothing there. And that freaked me out. And I said, this thing climbed into something that we could not see. Or it was there, and but no, we couldn't see it, because even if it was a little tiny UFO floating in midair, and the SUV was blocking it, and it got inside of that, we would have seen it come up or shoot off. Nothing. It stepped into something and it disappeared, and it followed us to the new house. So, listen, that woke me up. Like, that's what I needed, though. I needed that. Listen, I said I was on this, crash, this road that was leading to a dead end. I was getting ready to crash. Now, for the rest of that month, it was November 2020. I still struggled. I was still dealing with what I was dealing with at that time, but we were starting to have experiences. I can't explain them. I remember I worked third shift. I'm coming outside. I was doing Uber, about to leave, getting ready to lock the door. And in front of my door, there's like, you come down the stairs, there's like a wraparound bush thing. And on the other side of that bush, I hear a noise. And I don't want to repeat it because I believe it's some kind of call. And every time I do it for a video or a person, I hear them at my window. Like, no, I'm not about to repeat it. But it was a sound it made. And I remember looking up at my kids' windows, because they're both right there by the front door, their bedrooms, thinking that their windows open. They were messing with me, and I had the phone up. You can download apps that have weird sounds, and boom, their windows were closed. And this was not a raccoon sound. This was not no, listen, and it didn't sound like it came from the mouth. It sounded like it came from the throat. Like a frog will have like, rabbit, but you hear it, yeah. So as I stood there and frozen in fear for a moment, I'm empathic, so I feel energy and I can read it. On everything I love, I got a wave, I promise you, a circle. And I got a video. I'm gonna tell you, y'all about to be amazed. But it was like this wave of energy just went straight to my heart chakra, and I promise you, what I interpreted was, "Hi, my name is Timmy." A little kid all day long, and it was introducing itself. And that's when I was like, Jaden, I yelled for my son, and he, not my oldest, because he didn't experience that. He was in the car that night. But he was in the back talking, doing something. Me and Jaden, that was our front view. Them legs, that's all we could see. And he watched it with me. So he came running, and I was like, it's here, it's here. I was freaking out. I had to get to work, and I was very upset. And I was like, listen, please watch me to the car, and lock the door. So I come home around 3 that morning. I had to take a little break. I used the bathroom. I was on break, so I forgot all about it. It ain't even on my mind no more. unlock the door, go to come in, and I got these pictures too. I will upload them. I am greeted by footprints. Now, mind you, when I first moved here, I put some of that DE powder down because I don't know if she had bed bugs, the person that stayed here before me, and I'm not about to find out. So anytime I move, I always get, it's all natural base. It, you know, won't hurt you or the kids. I get this DE powder and I go along the baseboards, you know, to make sure, you know, it kills roaches too. It kills everything. But so that was the powder. That was the substance. Like, it got into it. I don't know how. But and it wasn't a mouse. It was literally little toddler-sized footprints from my front door to the closet door. Please explain it. Hold on, guys. Where is my remote control at? Yep. I like my music. So I was terrified, and I did go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, I locked the door, and I was sitting there thinking, is my kids here? Have they been abducted? It followed us, you know. So fast forward real quick, because I didn't want to spend this much time. I've already talked an hour, but I'm just trying to let you guys know. I don't want to put this footage out there without talking about some things that are very relevant. But anyway, so they have been around me since before November 2020, but that was the first appearance, and I feel like it wanted us to know it was there. Maybe we weren't supposed to see the legs, but the chasing, like, come on, man, you chased us around the house, like, it spoke to me when I went to come out the house. And then another one appeared to me. So I got really sick. I was on the couch for like 3-4 months. I started feeling better a couple of months later. So I'm like up watching television. And I kept this bedroom door closed. Like, I want to sleep in here, and I don't want my boys all in my room looking for stuff. So I always keep my door closed. And I felt energy. I felt like something was looking at me. I can always tell when a spirit is around, because they stare at me. But I'm thinking in my mind, like, maybe one of the boys are in the hallway, you know, and they're just looking at me, make sure I'm okay. And when it didn't leave, and I still kept feeling it was almost like penetrating, that's when I looked over. And I looked over, I was not looking for a spirit or anything. I was looking to see if one of my boys were in the hallway. I didn't see nothing. So I went to look back to the television, but when I went to turn my head, I caught the crack. My door was cracked open about this much. And I caught that because, you know, it was like 7 in the evening, so it was still a little bit light out, not much. But it should have been kind of like dark a little right in here. But I saw something real quick when I had turned. I thought I saw something kind of like pinkish peach color, glowing a little. So I looked back. And sure enough, yeah. Oh, I wish I had took a picture of that. But I was froze. I couldn't stop looking. I stared it down. I would not look away. It looked away. It moved. I would not move my eyes off of it. It was literally leaning over. I don't, y'all see my hands, but so it's standing up and it's pressing on my bed, leaning over. Hold on, doing this, looking through the crack, looking at me. And it was cute, guys. It was not ugly. This was like a pink peaches color. It had his eyes were slightly larger than mine's. Well, not that damn big, but you know what I mean. It is, their eyes ain't that big. Now, it might be some species out there that is, but this one, it might have been a hybrid because it favored humans a little. But you know how we have lips? It didn't have lips. It had a slit. Like, I didn't even know it had a mouth until it opened it. The nose, I feel like it was just like 2 little holes. It don't got all this. The ears, I didn't see them. If they did have ears, they laid back. He was he was bald-headed. The build, very slender, very thin, very fragile. Think. It looked like it had smooth skin. I don't know. I don't know. No hair, you know. So anyways, that's pretty much the description. And it looked like, if I had to guess its height, that definitely wasn't the gray one we saw. That was a whole nother different one. This one was bigger than the gray one. This one was probably about between 4 and 5 feet tall. And it looked very young in the face. It looked like a kid, like it could be a young, whatever it was young. So once I've looked, I examined it. It's there. I'm looking. You know I'm gonna check it out. I was shocked too that I was seeing what I was seeing. Like, I couldn't believe it. So now I meet back up at its eyes. And you know how you look at a person, you can tell if they're looking at you. Like, you can tell they're looking at you, but are they looking at you? Your eyes match up with their eyes. It wasn't looking at me, like my eyes and his eyes. It was looking at this area on me. And so they're energy beings, right? All universe, that's all energy beings out there. And you know, the chakras, those are energy centers in our body. Yes. And I believe my theory was, it was reading my chakra, my heart or my throat, if not both. And so it could have even been sending some kind of love or something. This was a good being. Everyone except for the ones that I told you about, the big ones that were chanting, I can't even tell you those was bad. I don't know. But so far, since November 2020, these are all been good so far. But so I'm staring at it, and I'll refuse to look away because I felt like the moment I look away and look back, it's going to be gone. So I need to prove to myself that this is an aberration. Like, you know, an apparition. Like, I see spirits, sometimes they are not solid form. They are, you know, apparitions. It didn't look apparition to me. It looked solid. So I'm like, I gotta stare at it to see what happens. And so I held the stare for about 3 minutes. It was a long time, you guys. That's long, 3 minutes for something like that to be there. And you're looking at it. And it finally looked up. And I laughed because it was funny to me. The reaction it did. Our eyes met up. And it was like this. And when it looked up, no, it was like this. And when his eyes rose up, I'm gonna mimic it. I'm gonna show you exactly what it did. I don't think his eyes did that, but the mouth. But you see, well, we got lips, so, and I got that little sexy ball. But anyways, when I say this, listen, I'm saying it was a perfect circle. Perfect. Yes, that was all circular. And that's when I was like, ooh, it got a mouth. Like it don't got lips. They don't got lips. Come on, how would I know this stuff? Like, y'all, I really be seeing this shit, y'all. I'm trying to think. I really be seeing this, and I wish I knew how to draw, because I would draw everything I've ever seen. I have seen, like Lil Wayne said, what he said, I done been to hell and back. I done seen vultures. Yes, I've been a good person. My heart is pure. But I have been in a house that had a portal that was open to the dark side. Yeah. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm going to do more videos because I feel like I would be selfish not to teach and explain things that there's no one. There's a couple people on YouTube, but they still ain't figured it all out. There's a couple of things they hitting on that I was like, okay, and I'm not, listen, I'm checking pride and ego right now. I come and I humble myself. I am not that boss lady. I was trying to say the B word, and I don't like be calling a B either, because I'm not a B, but I'm not trying to portray like I'm that one. But what I am telling you is that I am sensitive to spirits, energies, and light beings, and, you know, and I have learned a lot, and it is a instant knowing. This is not something. So the more you open yourself, I'm gonna tell you what I had to do. What I had to do, it was a process, okay? So it ain't just like, okay, I want to do it. I want to do it. I'm gonna raise my vibration. Boom. No, I'm gonna tell you, raise your vibration, but first, you can't even do it. It's a process. First, you gotta let go of everything that you know. Boom, there it is. Thought you knew. You know how hard that was. I was wrestling. There was days that I was just, oh my God, I'd be talking and I had to keep checking myself. Oops, sorry, y'all, I didn't miss that. I mean, Jesus is so embedded in me. Even now, when my back hurt or something happens, I'm like, oh, Jesus. Like, like, oh, I'm sorry. I just keep doing it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it is hard. We have been conditioned. We have been programmed. You're not going to be able to forget, but you got to open up. We're closed. We are programmed and we're closed. All I'm saying is you got to open up, because they are going to help you. The creators, the divine. Home. This is home, y'all. They're going to help you. All you do is open up. They're not worrying about taking information away from you. They just need you to open so you can receive. You can receive the downloads. Whoosh. I don't know nothing about that. Crown chakra right there. It's going to hit that right there. You're going to get downloads. And it's not like you're going to be like, oh, you're going to have some symptoms. You could get, there's good symptoms too, where you just be feeling great. Like you feel like you know everything. But that's why I say I constantly check myself. I humble myself. Stay humble. Do not get arrogant with it, because all you're going to do is just stop it. You got to humble yourself. They will stop it. You won't get no more visits. You won't get no more information. You'll be thirsty for it. You'll be begging for it. Then you're going to be doing what I did at one point, searching YouTube. And then you realize how ignorant we are as a people. You know what I mean? This is precious knowledge. Like, this is real wisdom. Like, this is, man, it's inner knowing, but you'll get the downloads. It's like, man, your perception changes. You start seeing it. Man, this is how I'm going to put it. Your blinders come off. We got blinders on right now, guys. We got blinders on, and we have our ears are plugged. Can't hear them, can't see. All we hear and see is what they put in front of us. On the social media, the TV, the games, the rap music, all that stuff. Music is actually good as vibration. You know that, right? But the lyrics is another thing. But all the stuff they putting out here for us, it's to keep us closed off. So we can't hear spirit. We can't hear our higher self. And that's a whole nother video too. To tap into your higher self. That's your key right there. That's your key to the universe. But the first key that you're going to need, the first key, is come to realization that there is something more than what we have been told. It is something more. Do not, out of fear, close yourself off to it. It is the very thing that you need, the very thing that is going to save you, the very thing that is going to uplift you, the very thing that is going to change your life, your body, your mind, your man, that is deep. That's the first thing. You need to come to realization. And then once you move through the fear, because there's going to be a lot of fear, open yourself. You know that you've been lied to. You know that you've been programmed to think a certain way, to talk a certain way, to be a certain way, to live a certain way. We have been programmed to take care of the world leaders. We are nothing more but than slaves. That is it. They made it to where we got to work just to survive. Hold on. Say we take away all this schoolwork crap. Yeah, you still got to get up and hunt, or you're not going to eat. If you're a meat eater. But you can go pick plants. That's pretty easy too. But then if you eat all your plants, then you got to go a little distance. But you're going to learn how to grow and plant seeds and all that. Look, I'm thinking long, but We can either build shelter or we can live in the caves, whatever. But I'm saying we would have our responsibilities as far as feeding ourselves, but you would just live in peace and harmony, and you would just enjoy this earth. You get it? Like, some type of entity came here and influenced us and took that away. You get it? And it brought technology. It brought, like, come out of that cave and build you a mansion, build you a house. They lived longer back then. Do y'all really want to know why? It wasn't because they weren't stressed. The pollution. So we got all this stuff today, right? But we're destroying the earth with all these things. We're dying younger. Kids are getting cancer now. Kids. This was not good. This wasn't good for us. We were spirit back then. We were spiritual. You see? Today, it's all about the physical. It's no spirit. People literally think because they go to church on a Sunday that they did something. Man, get out of here with that. Oh, I'm going to go take care of my soul today. I'm going to church. You ain't going to church? All right now. You're doing what? Yeah, say it again. You're going to church. You're going to a building. What the hell you think that is? Man, get out of here with that. Now I'm about to go to church on y'all. For real, look, I need to say I ain't got upset. They got us conditioned, y'all. That's not taking care of the spirit, the soul. Come on, man. They're not preaching about meditation, how to quiet the mind. No, cast all your cares and worries on Jesus. That's what they preach. If you got stress and worry and pain and cast all your cares on a Jesus, what about the people that can't do that? What about the people that don't know how to do that? Because I was one of them. I would cast it out and it would swim right back to me. I'd cast it back out. So I'm spending my whole day. I can't even enjoy my day because I'm too busy casting all my cares and what. But see, today, I know I take care of my soul and my spirit by blocking all negative energy. Today, I know that I'm a powerful entity here on this earth. I walk in spirit. I breathe in spirit. I live in spirit. And no negativity can penetrate me. So there is nothing on the brain. My mind is free and open for the downloads that I receive from my creator. Man, come on, man. Y'all know nothing about this. I'm trying to wake you up. They got you programmed. Just like they're talking about the Pentagon meeting. We ain't had a meeting in 50 years. We're here to talk about the UFO and this and that. Y'all, why is you lying to the people? We're trying to figure out if it's a UFO. Y'all make me want to cuss right now. BITCH, you a lie. You captured one. That's what Area 51 is for. And then y'all had one before that because our ancestors documented it. Are you serious? That ain't the first time they crashed here. And it sure in hell ain't gonna be the last time. They have. So this is my thing. A liar is a liar, baby. Don't ever think somebody lied to you once that they ain't gonna lie to you twice. They ain't gonna lie to you 3 times. Just like this whole thing with the Illuminati. No. What they say, different demons, different levels, different demons or some stuff like that. You know what really puts the icing on the cake, and then I'm going to get going because I need y'all to watch this. And I was trying not to make it too long because I need y'all to get this message. This is what really put the icing on the cake. The Pope, and some of the Catholic fathers. Why in their office they got a black Jesus? I think it's sick, if you ask me. Because you know what color I think he was? Blue. Because if Jesus really existed, he was an alien. He was an alien. If Mary and Jesus really existed and Mary got pregnant by an angel, and I already told y'all angels are aliens. Get out of here, man. Talking about his hair was of wool. He's a black man. So Mary did not get pregnant by an angel. Mary got pregnant, and Moses wrote that prophecy that he stole from Egypt. Horus and Isis, the original Jesus story, that was real. And what color was Isis, Horus and them? What they look like? They were aliens. But Moses said, oh no, we're going to have us a Messiah too. We're going to have us a God we can worship, because they were idolized people back then. They needed something to worship. Why? Because there was pharaohs and stuff. After, see, Isis and Horus and them left. They left us. They uprooted and dipped. Okay, and they describe a spaceship. Look it up. Read on it. That's a spaceship they're describing. Went back up to the sky. So after experiencing that, they started searching. Well, they did have hybrids here. They did what's the word? Entwine with the humans. You know what I'm saying? But the hybrids here didn't have all the powers that Isis and Horus and them had. They didn't have, they weren't as strong, and they couldn't build another pyramid. The pyramids was done by Isis and them. Trust me on that one. Ain't no darn slave built that. Come on now. But they could not be as strong as them. So they got kicked out of the kingdom. Yeah. And that's when the pharaohs rised up. That's when, they started putting, pharaohs in place. Like, it's going to be your God. He's connected to the God. And so you're going to worship him. Come on. It all starts there, baby. Well, it started with Isis and them, but do you hear me? A pharaoh. And you got to pray to him. Now, they said, okay, the Old Testament, they said some of the people was like, my God's up in heaven, because they remember Isis, yeah, and Horus and them that went up back to the sky, yeah. So that's who they was praying to. They said, I'm not worshiping you because you're not them. And so they got protection, because that's divine energy right there. Ooh, y'all know about that though. Okay. So then what happened down the road? Because the Romans was like, oh, no, I ain't feeling this. It's a religion starting up. And they're trying to worship an invisible God that abandoned them, that left them. And I'm here. And I need them to worship me. Okay. So then there come the birth of Jesus. What did I say? The pharaohs believe that they're connected to God, and that you got to go through them to be, to worship them, to feel God or be a part of God, because they're divine, they're connected to God. So you worship them, the pharaohs. Same thing with Jesus. You got to worship him. You got to go through him. They created him, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. It's deep. So what I was saying, if it's real and he really existed, he is not going to be described as a black man painted as a white man. Mary got pregnant by an entity. Okay, let me get this. So Mary had a white child, but she got pregnant by an angel. Even if it was a tall white, which is the white angels that are white with blonde hair. No. He would have been tall. He would have been, here's another one. Say a different type of angel. Like the blue ones. There's blue, gray. I think there's red ones. He'd have been a different color, but why in India, y'all? Research. They got Jesus painted as, I want to say red, or no, not red, blue. It was blue. They say he was an alien. He was an alien. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I know he spent some time in India, but I know that she was supposed to have gotten pregnant by an entity and not a human. He would not look like us. I understand his mother was human, but this, we all know this. The father is the seed, right? We just the carrier. We just carry. We don't determine with the baby. Yeah, the baby can favor us. We help form it as it grows, but that seed comes from the father. Listen, with all that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up because I can probably make this a 2-hour video. You will get there, I promise. You're going to wake up. There's a wake up call going on right now, and I see a lot of people waking up. People are starting to see 111 a lot, even 333, 444. But you're that 111, 1111. That means spiritual awakening. That's the call. That's the call right there. You hear me? That's the call. It's awareness, waking up. You know, like you set the alarm, you hear the alarm go off. You're slowly waking up. Ain't no, as soon as you hear the call, you jump up. It takes time to wake up. And then you gotta let go. You gotta open yourself. We're conditioned. Have you ever heard like, man, he had her brainwashed? That's why she stayed. That's why she endured the abuse. They got y'all brainwashed, and y'all are being so abused. My God. I lived with depression for years, and I brought the story. It was mental illness. That's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. There's no such thing. They tell us that. Whatever they tell us, we believe it. Whatever they tell us, we believe it. So it becomes that. You know, I was cured from depression in one night. I can't even say a day. 1 hour. 1 hour. I had a moment that I said, I'm tired of focusing on all the bad stuff that's happened to me. I'm tired of acknowledging the hurt and pain that I endured. I don't feel like paying attention to it no more. I want to look for the rainbow. I want to look for the sunshine. I don't see it because depression is a dark cloud. But I'm not looking at that no more. I'm going to look for the sunshine. And guess what? As soon as I said it, felt it, became it, that sunshine came straight out. It was like the dark cloud just said, phew. And when I had to break up, I had a little slip. Oh, it got real dark for a minute there. Why? Let's talk about it. Because I dwelled. I mean, when I say I dwelled, I was stuck on the fact this man done this to me. And I have his firstborn. I have his firstborn child. He abandoned me and his son for a relationship that ain't even worth saving. Like, they just, ugh. But whatever floats your boat. Because you can never come back here, baby. Never. I know my worth today. And someone that's willing to hurt me like that, someone that's willing to take your heart and just turn it. I understand, oh, well, they don't love themselves because if they did, they wouldn't go around hurting people like that. I still pray for him. I still hope that, he wake up one day and let go of his little childhood issues that he holding on to that got him all fucked up in the mind and the heart, and that he heal. But you could never, no. Because to me, that was just vicious. You don't do people like that when they've been good to you. You don't do them like that. And that karma, boy, I send it back 1,000-fold daily. You don't hurt people like that. But anyways, so I dwelled for a while, y'all, because I was good to him. I loved him with my soul, not my heart. I loved him with my soul. I spoke life into that young man daily. daily. You hear me? I was his light in his darkness, because there's nothing but darkness around him. I look in his eyes. He said, "What? You never look me in my eyes when you kiss me. Nigga, you soulless. See nothing but darkness. Why I want to look in your eyes for?" I was trying to put life back into him. I was trying to breathe light into him. But see, I went through this thing because I had a heart. I have a big heart. I want to save. I want to help people. I want to bring light. This is why the video's here. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. But some people can't be saved. And it's a known fact. When they're not wanting to be saved, they're going to drown you. So don't, stop going out here trying to help everybody, y'all. And you're tearing yourself down. This is what I learned, okay? Those that are meant for you to help will come. They'll come on your path. And it's not going to take from you. When you help them, it's going to fill you up. You're not going to walk away drained. You're not going to walk away tired, feeling depleted. That's not godly, man. That's not your purpose. So what you're doing, you're not helping another person that has a soul, that has some sort of light in them. You're helping an enemy. You're helping a lower level entity. And guess how you help them? By giving them your light. They're here to blow your light out. They don't want you shining. They don't want you shining because it can inspire another person. It can help another person. Your light uplifts. It encourages. It makes people feel good about themselves. It makes people want to love themselves and you know what I mean? And love each other. We got light workers here. We got star seeds on this earth. I'm one of them. And I was trying to say this earlier. We got dark forces out here. It's good and bad. In the church, they call it the angels and the demons, God and the devil. It's kind of like that, but it's an energy, and it's entities inside that energy. You feel me? We got 5-dimensional entities. We got second dimensional entities. Yep, that live in different dimensions. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have aliens that are lower level entities. Okay. And I feel like that's what they were referring to back in the day, in the beginning of time, as demons. I've seen things. I done seen some things. Man, I got at least 5 good books inside of me from my experience growing up as an empath and a clairvoyant. I don't even like using that. I'm an all-seer, and I didn't touch anything. I didn't play with a Ouija board. I was 7 years old watching cartoons the day I first heard the first entity. Like, I haven't been exposed to nothing. It's a gift. I was born this way, But protect yourself. Raise your vibration and protect yourself, because I'm telling you, we got some nasty, nasty lower level spirits and energies on this planet. And before I finish this out, I hope I ain't losing y'all. Follow me now. Follow me. And for those who fast forward this video, shame on you. Shame on you. And don't try to come back after you didn't watch what I'm about to show y'all and try to listen to what I had to say, because you ain't gonna be able to hear me. Your mind gonna be all over the place. So you better listen to what I'm saying now before you start watching what I'm getting ready to show y'all, because I'm telling you, it's gonna shake your world up. Raise your vibration. We are energy. They are energy. Have you hear people like, oh, she got good vibes. You felt that energy, right? So when you are free in your heart, in your mind, you release all past pain, all past hurts. You release it. You hear me? You let it go. You can do this right now. Like how they be like, y'all want to receive Jesus? Look, I'm stupid. But I'm about to give y'all a key. I got a couple keys to give out. Here's one of them. Form your hands in the shape of a pyramid. This is a peaceful way. And I'm energy, man. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Release. I want you to take another deep breath as I count. Go in as deep as you can, and I want you to hold it. 1, 2, 3. And I want you to release slowly as long as you can, because as you release, you are letting go. You're letting go of all the heartache, all the pain, all the sorrow. And I want you to take another deep breath, because I'm sending you positive energy. I'm sending you healing energy. Suck it up. This ain't funny. Stop laughing. Take a deep breath. Taking that energy. Taking that light. Taking that positivity. It's going to run through you and it's going to clean you. I need you to hold 1, 2, 3. And I need you to slowly release it. And as you blow out all the pain, all the hurt, I bind and cast out every bad memory that the mind is continuously playing. I stop and I block all negative entities, energies, curses, and I send it back to where it came from. You can repeat this. You can do this yourself daily. I speak love. I speak healing. I speak peace. I speak compassion. I speak prosperity. I speak growth. I speak creativity. I speak freedom. I am love. I am peace. I am free. I am protected. I am safe. You can keep taking them deep breaths if you want to. Just know when you inhale, you're sucking in light, positivity, and it's going to go through you and remove all that negative, that lower level energy. And as you blow out, it's coming out and it's going straight back where it came from. Daily, you're going to speak this and you're going to say, I am love, I am peace, I am joy, I am prosperous, I am divinely protected. Okay? And then you're going to say, I stop and I block every evil eye that is on me. Evil eye is someone that watches you with envy, hatred, jealousy, just a negative energy towards you. They watch you. That is that's real. And that's called an evil eye. And it is very powerful. They don't even realize the effect that it has on you. You don't either until you're educated about it, which you're becoming right now. I stop and block every evil eye, every negative entity, energy, deceiving spirits, every curse, every form of witchcraft, voodoo, black magic that has been spoken, performed, or directed towards me. And if you have children like I do, or my offspring. Or you can say your children. Its offspring is the same. And so you're going to stop it and you're going to block it. You can even say, I stop and block the spirit and energy, because it's energy too. You can pick it up, and there's an entity behind it. Its spirit is a depression. It can come in forms of a spirit and as energy that you was around someone and it rubbed off residue. Okay, all this is real. You talking to someone that I can see this stuff, I can feel it. You stop and block the spirit and energy of depression, addiction, oppression, poverty. I stop and block and reverse every curse, every form of witchcraft, voodoo, black magic. And I send it back. You can cancel it, but I like to send it back to its rightful owner. Period. And I do it 1,000-fold. Depending on my mood, I might do it 100. I multiply it. Because if I don't send it back, I got exhausted. Someone was wishing evil on me. I can't stand her. Ugh. Watching my Facebook every day. I felt it. I could feel it. The more I healed, someone was sitting in the darkness in a corner watching me as I began to recover from what I had went through. You see what I'm saying? And I'm being helped. I have my guardians. I have my ancestors with me right now. So I am not just healing and recovering. I'm blossoming. Like, I'm coming out of my shell. I'm becoming the real me, you know? I'm becoming undone, and it's a beautiful thing. Someone was watching me, okay? And when you get in touch with yourself and connect, all of us are empaths. You'd be surprised. You're going to start to develop things like you didn't even know was in you. Like, it's awesome. But someone was watching me, and I could feel it, and it was growing. Like, whatever it's connected to, when I get to that, like, say it's well, I don't work right now, but say it's at a job or a store that I shop at or a social media website I'm on. I feel it on that and then depending on the person, because the person can become so obsessed with you and it's everything. You know what I mean? Like, they think about you too much that day. Like, they're obsessed, and it's negative. It's not a good thing. It will start to come from all angles. You will feel it. I felt it. And it was deep. And I was like, wow. It made me cry. Because I was like, I suffered for 3 years from this breakup. And I'm finally getting over it. And not just getting over it, accepting the breakup, but I'm healing from everything that I've ever gone through. You know? How could somebody in the world be out here, like, hating on me? Like, wishing bad on me? Like, what the? Like, who hates me that much? You'll be surprised. And here's the thing. I took it so personal, but Spirit taught me, baby, it's not you. They're mad because you're free and they're not. So another person that's free from their pain, they're not going to sit there and hate another person for shining. They're not going to make fun of another person that is going through their healing process. When people laugh at you, when people hate on you, they are up inside. Please trust me. There's nothing good about them. And they want what you got, but they don't know how to get it. Instead of just humbling themselves and maybe watching you, not watching you to be obsessed or watching you to be jealous, but learn something, be inspired, you know, because I know I'm a great teacher. I post on my Facebook daily, y'all. You know, I got a page on Facebook, Divine Pisces444. Very small audience. I just started, you know, one day it'll get to where I need to go. But this is what it is. You block that energy and those spirits. Raise your vibration. Open yourself. Okay? You open yourself to your higher self, to the creator, to the divine. And you gotta let go of these toxic relationships because it's impossible. You can't, it's like serving two masters. And I ain't talking about like God and the devil. I'm talking about you and these toxic people. Who are you going to serve? Who are you going to love? How can you love yourself? How can you heal yourself when you're entertaining and loving someone that doesn't like you? They don't care about you. They don't care about your heart. They don't care that they cause you pain. They don't care that they're tearing you down inside. How can you love yourself and start to heal yourself and you're loving someone like that? Think about that. It's impossible. Because every little step that you try to build yourself up, guess what? They're going to come and pull you down. They're going to pull you right back down. And it's just, you won't get anywhere with it. You won't. And it's not healthy, man. This stuff tears your body up. You know, when we ain't feeling good inside, I should make this another video. I'm going on and on, but that's how I got sick. Carrying pain, stuff in it. It hurt. And, you know, a lot of times the pain is so great. It's like, oh God, it hurts so bad that you let it comes out, but then we grab it and we put it back inside. Like, that's enough. I can't handle it anymore. It's like, I don't want to be disgusting, but I was going to say something else. I can't use that as an example. I'm going to say it like this. It's like something big coming out of a little hole. Look, I don't know how else to say it. Oh my God. Something big. And I'm not being nasty like perverted, but I'm just saying example. Something big coming out of a little hole. And so, you know, the tip is the most painful, but as it passes through, you know, the pain is so great that you pull it back in. You're like, I can't, because, you know, it hurts. But the relief comes. I don't know if, you know, y'all could probably think of a few things. I didn't mess my hair up. Y'all could probably think of a few examples. Once something comes out and you're like, whew, oh my gosh, you get that relief. Do you get the relief when you suck it back up or, you know, take it back in or stuff it back in? Yeah, for the moment. Because you ain't crying no more, you ain't hurting no more. But guess what? Later tonight or the next day or the next holiday or whatever's troubling you, oh, it's going to come back out. And it really doesn't shrink. It gets bigger. You know? So you got to let it go. Let it go. I'll tell you this. It just depends on how deep the issue is. You know what I'm saying? What it is. Like, you know, if it's something that happened as a kid or whatever and it was traumatized, and I can understand a person needing to feel those emotions as they release it and let it go. I will tell you this. If you didn't process it as a kid or when it happened, you're going to cry. Because what I learned on my healing journey, as I began to release these things that I was holding on to, I was even like the surface that was like coming up. That was the ex, you know, all that little stuff. But once I got past that, it was some more stuff. My mother passing away, my sister passing away, me having the dreams about them not listening to me blaming myself, saying it could have been prevented. Then I got past that, and then it was some more stuff up under. I even got to levels like, oh God, I was shocked. I didn't realize that I was seeing things like that. Like, you know, things that happen as a kid and you're young and no one's there to really talk to you about it. And we perceive things a certain way and we take it in. And I perceived it a certain way to where it wouldn't really hurt me, but it hurt me. But it was perceived a certain way to where I could still function. And as an adult and who I am today and how I view things, I seen it the way it should have been seen, and it was quite devastating. And it was just, I don't cry for hours. It's a gap. It's like something comes up, but I'm telling you, I started hyperventilating. That pain, it was like, honey, if you could see into the spiritual realm, it was cords. So we got a cord. That's what them chakras are. It's like a cord that runs through our body. And when we stuff things, when we don't process, when we have hurt and pain and whatever else, it's like knots are forming in this cord. Well, guess what? That's the energy, healing energy, any type of energy from the universe runs through these cords. This cord, not cords, it runs through the cord. It's, you know, goes into the chakra, the little lotus flower, whatever you want to call it, where they're at. It spread goes, keeps going down the cord. When you got knots, these kinks in your cord, your chakras are off balance, honey. Ain't nothing, I mean, can't nothing happen. Ain't, you know, you got all this, like, really low, like, how do I describe it? It's just really bad, toxic, just bad energy. It is poisonous to your soul, to your mind, and to your body. It makes you sick. You guys, I'm gonna have to do another video. This is an hour and 46 minutes. I don't have a big enough audience to be, I'm gonna use the word, arrogant enough to think that I can talk this long without having people click off. But I got a lot to say. I got a lot of knowledge to teach and explain, because we don't know this stuff and it's not in books. Chakras are, you know, but to understand, comprehend how it works. And hope is here, though. We ain't alone, man. You can draw energy from the universe. Let me tell you, I pray to the guardians of the light, the creators of this planet, and the creator, the lover of my soul, the spirit, the one that formed me, my daddy, my mama. And I know I ain't from here. I come from another place. My spirit does. I call out to my siblings, you know what I'm saying? My soul family, my ancestors that come before me. And I believe I'm connected to Isis somehow, because she been appearing to me way before I even knew about any of this. I never studied Egypt. I knew nothing about it. Like, I was really ignorant when it came to it. And I had a few moments in meditation that I had some, like, forget a premonition. I was like a real visitation. And when I came out of it, I was telling my oldest son about it. A couple times it happened. And he came back to me. He was like, Mom, this is about to blow your mind. And so a couple years before my awakening, she was already knocking. She was already knocking at the door. And it was just powerful. But it's a lot more that I'm learning. And I want to learn. I want to know. I don't have all the answers yet, but I have enough, you know. And it's a continuance of just growing, man. Growing and maturing and blossoming and feeding myself and enjoying my journey on the way. You know, I've never been so content in my life, ever, ever, ever. Like, this is the best contentment. Let me tell you how content I am. I used to worry, because I have, I can't say it, anyways, I have chronic health issues from years of depression that just really made my body go haywire. And I had a lot of surgeries. So I have some pain, some legitimate pain in my body. And I have a great energy. You know, I can, when I say energy, like I'm good with people. I have moments where I feel like I could go to work and be around people and do my thing, but then I have these flare-ups, you know. And I notice when I have flare-ups, I get very sensitive to energy, and I can't be around a lot of negative energy. It drains me and makes me fatigue. It doesn't, I get sick physically. So I do draw Social Security, not to tell my business, but I have to. I wouldn't be able to make it out here. I used to always worry prior to this um, that the rug would be pulled from underneath my feet. I mean, when I say worry, that was like one of my main obsessions. Like, it was always a constant thought. And it was weird because they would mess with me. Yep, the caseworkers at the damn office. And when I review it today, I brought that on. I made that happen. Because when whatever you focus on, you manifest it into your life. So I had a fear. It was a fear, and people call it anxiety, whatever you want to call it. It was a fear that if I were to ever lose this and I couldn't go to work, I'd be homeless. I wouldn't be able to take care of me and my kids. And so by me always having that fear in my mind, every time I dealt with business or with them or whatever, it was always bad. You know, I've been through some stuff with Social Security. Like, they're a trip. But I manifested that, is what I'm trying to tell you. I manifested it. And so today I have a new mindset, and I'm at a place where I'm like, you know what? You can take everything from me, and I'm still, I mean, everything. Everything. I will go up to the mountains, build shelter. I'm not playing with you guys. And I'm going to be just fine. You can take everything from me, but you cannot. You can't. You can't take my peace, and you sure in the hell can't take my joy. You just can't do it. Period. It is an awesome place to be, guys. I am manifesting. I am I'm vibrating at a high frequency. It dips sometimes. I ain't on front. Yeah. You know. But I don't let it dip too low. If I feel like it's dipping too low, oh, let me find me some of my good music I like to listen to. You know, Tony Jones is a good one. Y'all look her up. That's my girl. That'll get you back up. You know, or just, you gotta feed yourself. You feel me? Do some meditation. Do what you gotta do. Or another thing I like to do, self-talk, affirmations. Listen, I'll hit that sage up too, because I'm like, wait a minute, why am I dipping like this? Why am I, you know, do I have anything to be concerned about? So, you know, sorry guys, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I can't stand YouTube. They, you know, they do this on purpose. They trying to make us pay for a darn subscription. They need to go on somewhere. Ain't nobody gonna pay no $9 to avoid an ad. They need to quit. $10. Keep your vibrations up. The darkness is upon us, you guys. And I got another thing. I'm gonna do some more videos. I have concentrated my energy. I know how to transfer. I'm studying Reiki right now to become a licensed Reiki master. Yeah, because it's who I am. Why not? So I have killing bracelets, stones, real, genuine stones. It's not fake, okay? I will not put that on my name. I have beautiful pyramids. Look, I'm looking, because I'm working right now. I'm gonna have to do another video, but let me see. Let me show off one of my pyramids. This is, oh, here we go, some little ones. Because I got big ones too. They're all different sizes. And I got different ones too, but so these are so pretty and they're so cute. But this is the hope with your spiritual journey. You see what I mean? Pyramids is a symbol. It is a symbol. These are cute. And so I have different sizes and stuff. I even got the colors of our chakras and all in one pyramid. You know what I mean? So like I've been working. This is a pretty one too. It has the gold flakes in the middle up top. But so I make a lot of stuff. I do my healing bracelets. Everything I do, it's all around, you know, just raising your vibration, just spirituality. You can connect to it. It is charged. They've been cleansed in full moons, the good full moons, because every full moon is a good full moon. I sage, you know, I do my readings. I like to do readings, impressions, you know, what comes to me, but I also have my tarot cards. So, I do candles. My candles are highly charged, highly blessed. They can clear, I promise you, my candles can clear out any negative energy in your house. Money, look, guaranteed, satisfied, or money back. But I haven't, like, you know, created the website and all that to sell everything. I'm still in the process of making my stuff. So I have a hell of an inventory. So when I do finally, because I had opened before and then I sold out like within a month. I felt so stupid. And I was like, oh, okay. It's only one me, you know. So I'm really, like, I got totes and totes and totes of stuff. Like this time I'm in it. So while I'm open for business, I'm gonna continue to make, you know. And like I said, this is really, you know, it's just all this positive energy I got. It's being transferred onto it. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm hitting 2 hours. Woo! Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. And don't feel stupid. Listen, I have watched documentaries that was 1 hour and 30 minutes. I've watched them that was 3 hours. If you sat through this beautiful, wonderful, funny, full of life conversation from the beginning to the end, and you did not fast forward, not even 20 minutes, because if you did, go back. I need you to hit that like. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you are so I can send you some positive energy. All right? I want to connect. I'm getting ready to upload. I'm trying to debate, since this video is super, super long, will I be able to attach? I mean, I can. A couple of my videos. I have a lot of footage, you guys. It's been happening since May the 16th, and yeah, it's been pretty awesome. So it's just proof that we're not alone. And these are all, I believe in my heart, they're light beings. I believe it. They're of the light. You know, like I told my sons, if they were gonna hurt us, honey, it would have already happened. But no. And I believe they are protecting us from anything that is dark out there. Because, yeah, I've seen some stuff in the neighbor's yard, and I'm like, I feel the energy of it too, and it's not good. It's not. So I have my light workers here with me, and they're here, and they're protecting me and guiding me and helping me. So we do have help in the spiritual realm. Yes, we do. But I'm still processing it myself. It's like, woo. Them first couple of days, I could not sleep. I was just blown away out of my mind with it. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? Like, when you raise your vibration, yeah, just like, but see, this is what I'm saying. People are like, I don't know if I want to raise my vibration, be attracting that. You're attracting good things, though. You're attracting everything that's in the higher vibration. Come on, the people that vibe high, you're attracting them. You're attracting prosperity. You're attracting blessing. You're attracting miracles. You're attracting angels. You're attracting guardians of the light. I'm gonna throw that in there. When you're vibrating low, when you're like, man, F that B, or I'm about to be petty. Like when you're moving with your ego and your pride, bruh. When you're moving with that pain that you can't seem to let go, that means you're vibrating low. So you're going to attract more people that are vibrating low, that are full of themselves, that are painful. What they say, hurt people, and hurt people attract hurt people. And guess what? In the spiritual realm, you're attracting. You're attracting. I'm going to say it again. You're attracting, you're attracting, you're attracting. You are attracting, whether you know it or not. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? You attract those demons that come into your life. You better know you are. You're doing that. What I said, the moment I said, no more. I'm not. What are you focused on? Are you focused on what you don't want, or are you focused on what you do want? You can't focus on both. There's no such thing. Then there's what they call it, you're divided. There's a tear. That's the worst way. I've been there too. That is horrible. That's horrible. You don't want to be there. I've been there. I've been there. That's like the worst. I'd rather be hot or cold. You don't want to be warm. That is like the worst. No. Focus on what you want in life. That's all you can see. You want love, give love. You know? You want prosperity? Hey, start speaking it. Start looking at the house you're going to buy. Start looking at the cars you're going to buy. You know? But first, you got to find your soul purpose, man. I don't believe people just get prosperity because they want another house and a car. Yeah, you might get a little bit of prosperity, but true prosperity is energy. That's energy too. Your soul purpose got to line up with when you are in your soul purpose, honey, I'm trying to tell you, the gates of heaven open up, okay? It manifests first in the other dimension, okay? The upside down world, whatever you want to call it. And then once it manifests there, it's just a matter of you bringing it in, baby boy. You got to bring it in, baby girl. You manifest with your thoughts. You create and shape your world. Depression is a figment of your imagination. You're depressed because you focus on all the things you don't like. I did it for 30 years. My daughter's struggling with it now, and she thinks I'm being so mean. And I'm like, every time you don't get your way, what do? I'm not going to mock her on here, but fine. I'll do this. I'll do that. Who are you hurting, honey? Because you ain't hurting nobody else. You're hurting yourself. So it's literally a tantrum. And I promise you that's what it all boils down to. When a person doesn't get their way. It's sad. That's what it is. When they don't get the love they feel they deserve or they want. When they don't get the attention they're looking for. Nobody loves me. Really? Well, how about you love yourself first then? Because when you start loving yourself, guess what? You ain't going to deal with nobody that don't care for you anyways. Because now you care about yourself. And now you're going to be able to recognize when somebody else don't care about you or do care about you. And now that you're loving yourself, you're not about to be with somebody that don't care about you. But when you don't love yourself, now you're going looking for love. And you're attracting all the wrong ones. Like, you're vibrating low, you're going to attract vibrators. You're going to attract people that vibrate low. I can't stress that enough. I need to get off here. I have much more I could say, but I'm going to save it for another video. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upload this video. I was going to do it by itself and give people the choice, but I don't want anybody to be like, wow, she just put that out there. And come at me sideways. And be like, you should have warned us, or, you can't just throw stuff out there. You're upsetting people. I don't, because like I said, even though with me knowing about spirit guides and ancestors and guardians, I was terrified. I ain't gonna front, you guys. I was scared at first. I ain't know what to think. I was like, what? My first thought was, what is it? And the fear overruled everything inside of me. But it kept coming back, and it kept doing different things. But what really did it, and I prayed to, my ancestors and the Creator. And I was just like, I did my prayer of protection. Like, I protect myself from all lower level entities. I close all portals leading to any darker, forces, whatever. But what did it? I remember, like, I was really praying heavy one day, and that night, my Echo Dot. I'm in the kitchen. That's a whole nother video. Please watch it. It's I don't even know how I'm gonna title it yet, but my Echo Dot. I'm talking to my son, and it just came on, but it sounded kind of distorted. I didn't know what she said. I just know she said something, and then she started playing a song, and it had lyrics on it on the screen, because the voices that were kept coming out of that Echo Dot was so distorted and so much static that we couldn't make out. All we could hear was "come alive," understand me, but we were able to read the, at first I stood back like, oh my God, this is this thing doing this, it messed my head up. But then my son was like, Mom, look what it's saying. And one of the scripts is like, you're afraid, so you go inside and lock your door. I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I was terrified. But then as we began to read the song, I was like, wait a minute. And I said, let me record this. So while recording, you'll see, watch the video, y'all. I tell her to stop, and then I ask her to play the name of the song. Never heard it before. I have no idea how it's supposed to sound, but she didn't sound right. So I could tell there was something attached to this darn Echo Dot. Yeah, manipulating it. So I tell her to play the song, and man, it sounded nothing like it. We heard three voices. We heard a man, a woman, and a robot. And it's just a man. And it blew my mind. But I printed out the lyrics. And so I felt like what's been coming here, it is definitely trying to communicate. Matter of fact, I am gonna do a short video at the front of the Echo Dot video, which is 9 minutes, because that's how long I recorded. But no, it's 7 minutes. But and I'm gonna read the lyrics to that song. It is a strong message. They were communicating. Even my son was like, Mom. I mean, I'm grinning because I'm honored. This is so precious, and for me to share it, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm just wishing you guys so much love, peace, enjoy, positivity, and I'm really sending and concentrating a lot of positive energy out there. I'm calling on my soul tribe. I know you're out there, and I pray that this video goes to the right people. Even if you never heard anything I just said or talked about, it's all right. If you're watching this, it was meant for you. Make no doubt about it. It was meant for you. There is a chosen few. Darkness is upon us, y'all. That's another video. But I feel it coming. And I've been thinking about starting to, just check in with you guys when I feel these impressions, and even if they're short videos, long videos, whatever, and just, start talking about it and getting that message out there, because I'm very in tune with the universe, and I feel the energies very strongly. I'm not even here. I'm fifth dimension, baby. I've been transformed and transferred out of here. I was stuck in the middle, 3D and fifth dimension, but no, I made a full body transfer. My body might be here, but that's about it. I still experience the nausea, the headaches, all that. because part of my spirit is fifth dimension. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know, but for those who do know what I'm talking about. So keep an open mind when you watch what you watch. Just know that I'm not in harm. There's no danger. You don't need to panic. Fear attracts lower level entities. So, you know, you become afraid. They're here. They are here. They're here, y'all. And I ain't talking about the ones that you're going to see on Minds. Those are all positive, good beings, okay? I'm talking about these lower level entities. They're here. And they're wreaking havoc on us right now. And we attracted them. We attracted them with our pain, with our hurt. The world has been hurting since COVID hit. And, you know, I told my son, I said, this isn't good. It affected the whole world. 9/11 hit, it affected part of the world. So there was a big part of the world that wasn't affected, that was still able to keep their vibration high. But when COVID hit the entire planet. And it affected a lot. It affected all of us. You know, it's the chosen few, the few that are able to maintain their vibration. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But what is light without darkness? You can't even really see light without darkness. So soon, y'all gonna see the light workers come out. Because it's going to be pure darkness. And I mean that in a physical metaphor and spiritual. You hear me? I'm dead serious, y'all. You know, we attracted them. With our pain, our hurt, we attracted them. And they were swarming around in the universe, galaxies, whatever you want to, however far they were. And that energy, we're pure energy out there. You know, floating in this universe. We are energy radiating off this planet. And that low vibration was a signal. And they came. They heard the call. And they are here. Please know this. And these entities are moving around amongst us. Look at crime rate, how it shot up. Some people are like, oh, that's COVID, you know, being in a house, losing their jobs, homes. You call it what you want to call it. Those are, to me, they're attachments, you know. Yeah. The killings that are happening right now, they're here. So, to be safe, all you got to do, raise your vibration. Get up out of that lower level energy, you know. Start speaking life on yourself. Start speaking positivity. From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, what you're supposed to be doing is keeping your eye on the prize. So no, but staying positive. You take nothing personal. You're protected. You're divine. You're loved unconditionally. So I don't care if someone, you know, comes at you foul. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. You leave it right where it's at with them. You don't take that with you. And you will protect your energy. You will protect your being, you know. And when these entities, like, really, because they gearing up, I'm trying to tell you, they're striking already, but they gearing up, baby. They gearing up. And it's getting ready to hit the news. It's going to be everywhere. They're going to declare some stuff. Trust me on that one. This ain't just spirit form. They're solid. They are here. I'm seeing UFOs and everything. Like, my camera is picking up a lot at night. I love it though. But people are seeing it too. You know, I ain't the only one. There's a lot of people that are witnessing this, taking pictures, videos. They're gearing up, and the time is here. And then the 3 days of darkness, y'all look that up, look into it, get into it. And the solar storms going on, and it's talking about how it's sending these storms to Earth, and it affects our power. It can knock our power out. Baby, listen to me. When that happens, that is it. That's the prophecy that lady had. That's the vision she saw. Whether it lasts 3 days, whatever. It say 3 days. We don't know if it's going to be 3 days. When that happens, ooh, Y'all, she said, bless candles. You better holler at your girl. I'm going to try to get my website out before this happens. You know, and you can't just deal with anybody. Some people are going to be selling candles and calling it blessed. You got to check their energy, their spirit. Just because they saying it's blessed, if somebody's selling you a candle and they're like, well, I use this, I use that, don't buy that candle. The heck? You can make that candle then. That's not what blesses the candle, baby. It's the energy, it's the spirit that the person that made the candle. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. This is a candle. We're not talking about amethyst and onyx stones and tiger's eye. It's the stone itself. You feel me? But that energy can be transferred. Energy is transferable. Okay? Yes. But when we're talking about soap and candles, you can make it yourself. But energy, you want it to be charged. You wanted it to be blessed, cleansed, like, you know what I mean? Concentrated, like potent, you know? You know, back in the day, how we get our olive oil, take it to church and have the pastor pray over it, because it's energy. It's energy. So, I hope you enjoyed my video. I went on for 2 hours and 16 seconds, and I don't regret a second of it. It's beautiful. I'm going to leave you with this, and I'm going to jump off, and I'm going to let y'all watch these videos. And like I said, if you watched and you listened, even if you got feedback or whatever. Oh, I will even list my email address. You can, if you want to talk to me, but you don't want everybody to read your comment, that's cool. You can email me. I'll read it. This is what I'm going to leave you with, and I'm going to get going. Keep an open mind. You don't have to be afraid. There's no need to be afraid. And please, stay positive. If you are a negative person, 1 second, it can all change. All you gotta do is shift the way you look at things, your perception, shift your thoughts. And maybe the first couple days will be hectic, crazy, because you're used to being negative, you're used to feeling sorry for yourself, you're used to dwelling on the negativity, and you gotta break that habit. That's okay. Talk to yourself, work it out, get into it. You can do it. You are no longer giving into the negativity. You're going to be positive. You are positive. And raise your vibration, because that is what is going to keep you safe for what is here and what is to come. With that, I leave you in peace, prosperity, love. Namaste.